that. Hell is living in survival.
That's it.
And you either live in survival or you live in creation. And living in creation is such an elegant moment because you have to disconnect from everything known. And you have to get so present that time is no longer of the essence. You are in the eternal present moment. This is a flip because when we're living by our senses in three-dimensional reality, this space-time continuum, there's an infinite amount of space. And with an infinite amount of space, I'm local. I have a body. I'm local in space and time. And then I want to move from here to the door. At one point of awareness, Joe Dispenza, my other point of awareness, the door. So in order for me to go from here to the door, I got to move my body through space. And guess what? That takes time. So if I'm creating matter to matter, here's me, Joe Dispenza. Where's my dream? Way over there. Why is it way over there? Because my brain is automatically estimating how long I'm going to have to work and go back and forth to work. And it's going to take time and it's going to take energy to finally manifest that home or that car or whatever. And you're going to have to work hard or you're going to rush faster to get it done. And when you finally pay off that house or whatever, you're too tired, too exhausted to enjoy it. When you pass through the eye of the needle into the quantum and you enter that realm of time-space, it's a different world. There's an infinite amount of time. Time is eternal. There's an infinite amount. Now think about this. How much could we get done if we had an infinite amount of time?
We could get anything done we wanted, but we might not want to do anything at all.
Exactly. But if you had all the time in the world, there's infinite possibilities. That's the quantum. And in the realm of time-space, there's no past, there is no future. It's all happening now. And so there's no past lives or future lives. They're stacked on top of each other. And as we move through time, as we time travel, we experience dimensions or spaces. And we have all the latent systems in the brain once activated to open the door to that dimension. And it only takes one experience of entering that place that you cannot see the world the same way again. When you see a person who is blind because of a stroke and is told they'll never heal from that stroke, I mean, after 2 weeks, if it doesn't heal, you'll normally have to live with it, and loses her job, can't drive, she's clinically blind. I'm not the person that is going to tell her, you can absolutely heal this. She has to come to that understanding on her own. So, people, many times when they gather knowledge and information, the information causes them to become conscious of what they were once unconscious to. And when you have a greater level of consciousness, you see possibilities. And in a sense, you're energized by information. You're enlightened. You're filled with light in some way, and you see possibilities that you haven't seen before. Now, getting beyond the analytical mind is one of the main purposes of meditation. And I can tell you that the analytical mind is always going to talk us out of possibility because it is fascinated on trying to predict what's going to happen next. So if you can predict your future, then you're laying a known on an unknown. And this is a habit we have because the brain is an anticipation machine. So there's many different obstacles and resistances that come with a persistent disbelief that has been programmed over and over again. I mean, I don't watch television, but I've watched it because of what's happening in the world. And I am so insulted by television commercials. I can't believe people would sit there and allow that information to program them, some drug to make them feel a certain way, some look, some whatever. You don't think that has profound effects on programming a person into limitation? When I wrote the book, You Are the Placebo, I was so angry at myself for 2 weeks. I was so frustrated with myself because I bought the program. People believe they need a flu shot because they don't believe their body's innate capacity to heal. 4 days teaching people how to elevate their state, increased immunoglobulin A in our research by 50%. Immunoglobulin A is your body's primary defense against bacteria and viruses. It's better than the flu shot. It's better than a flu shot. But that's not the information that people get. So there's a layer of programming that's happening. And the beauty behind all of this is nobody's buying information any longer. I love it. And I'm not prone to believe that guy in that tube telling me the way it is, and nobody should. And more people then, as they start to wake up to information, there's a change in energy. Because change in consciousness requires a change in energy. And now, a greater energy causes systems that were once stable to become unstable, to become chaotic. And chaos is just unpredictable order. It's novelty, it's newness, it's an unraveling of systems. So hang on. This is a really profound time because it's got to break. And when it breaks, something better come out of it. And it's not going to be governments and politicians and religious figures and whatever leading the way. There is no one leader. Everybody's got to lead. Just like those birds that move in one direction, or those fish that are all in a school and they're moving together, give the appearance of something bigger to predators. You study that principle in biology. It's called emergence. You think that there's one leader that everybody's following. Everybody's leading. And there's a stigma we have in our minds that if you lead with too much passion in your life, you're going to lose your life. Whether you're Martin Luther King or William Wallace or Joan of Arc or Abraham Lincoln, you're going to get it. And that stigma is branded in people's minds for a reason. But this is a time in history to not die for the truth. This is a time in history to live for the truth. And if you're working on your anger and frustration, and I'm working on my fear and anxiety and my judgment, and I'm taking care of me, and you emerge in that heart of yours, and I emerge in that heart, we are going to be like-minded. We're going to be connected by that invisible field. Now everybody's leading, and you just can't take out everybody now. So we can't wait for anybody else to take care of us. This is the fundamental time where something greater's got to grip us. Something greater. And if I see you demonstrating courage, I'm gonna jump in. And all of this craziness that's going on is an important time. But when we stop doing all those things and reacting, and we start going, hey, what do you do? Oh, you're a solar panel guy? Oh, I'm a teacher. Oh, you're a doctor? Let's get together and let's start figuring out how to coexist. Oh, you're brown? I'm white? You're black? Who cares? That's the costume you're wearing to the masquerade. I celebrate your uniqueness. I'm weird too. And we're all like that. So the biggest lie is that kind of a way to create separation amongst people for the simple reason to disempower them into limitation, because now they're more dependent on pharmaceutical companies. They're more dependent on religion. They're more dependent on whatever it is that they need out there.